Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We're gonna show you guys how we process our meat birds, our Cornish cross chickens that we raise for. Typically you want to raise them for about anywhere between 5 to 9 weeks. You don't want to go past 9 weeks, but we're gonna show you guys exactly how we do it and everything you need in order to process your chickens. So first things first, we need our chickens. Okay guys, this is our cone that we use to butcher our chickens. We'll show you exactly how to use it, and we'll give you the link as to where you can also purchase one of these. Come in really handy. After they get beheaded, we put them in this bin so we can put the lid on it and keep the flies off them until we get to them, because the flies will be on them quick. So here's our chicken plucker, and also a bucket with hot water in it that we boil inside and pour in this bucket. Here's our station where we'll clean them and chop them up into pieces. You're gonna need 2 hoses if you have a chicken plucker. That one's gonna be used for our station here, but we also use it with the hose that also connects to the chicken plucker, and we'll spray the inside with the hose. Even though there's water already sprays in there, it makes the chickens move around in there a lot easier with a second hose that we use to spray inside. We'll show you how we do it, but that's basically what you're gonna need. You're gonna need a really sharp knife. I prefer using a fillet knife, but this bad boy is gonna have to do the trick. So let's get to it. Okay, so this guy is gonna be for demonstration purposes. In the cone, they'll be upside down with their belly facing towards you, with the inside of their neck here where their throat is exposed towards you, not the other way around, okay? You want to do this away from the other chickens because they're not stupid. They'll see what's going on and it will stress them out. So the best practice is to try and keep the butchering part away from the other chickens so they don't see what's going on. We're not just gonna cut its throat. We take the head right off, and the bones in its neck at this age is so soft that the knife goes right through it. You'll see what I mean. Okay, next step is we gotta put the chicken in hot water so we can soften the feathers before we put them in the chicken plucker. So as you can tell, he's not moving around anymore. He's completely dead and most of the blood has come out. That's the most important part about beheading it. You want to get the blood fully out of the chicken. So we'll come over here. Oh, look here, and now. And there you go. That's what it looks like when it comes out of the chicken plucker. Fully cleaned off. So usually you want to put 2 chickens in the chicken plucker at one time because it helps the chickens move around inside the chicken plucker a lot easier when there's 2 inside. But just for demonstration purposes, we just put the 1. But you can see how good it cleaned it. But because we put 1, it still left a few feathers and they come off very easily, so it's not a big deal. So you want to clean all these little feathers off, and then next step we're gonna cut them up into pieces. So what we usually do next is we take the feet off. A lot of times we'll actually take the feet off before we put it in the chicken plucker. It just prevents the nails from cutting the skin when you put more than 1 inside the chicken plucker. So when you bend the leg, you can feel where the 2 joints are. What you do is you just put a cut in there, and then it exposes that. And then you can put your knife right through. Next thing I do, take the leg off. We'll put a cut right here where the skin is. Cutting the skin, and then you can bend the leg back and you'll see the bone will pop out of the socket there. And then with your knife you can follow that. Flip it over if you need to. But once you cut the skin back, it kind of exposes where the meat goes and you can just follow it with your knife. And there you go. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. Flip it over, put a cut. Like I was saying earlier, a fillet knife works best.
But any real sharp knife will work.
This one is super sharp too. And there you go. Then what you can do next is take the wings off. Same thing. Put a cut where the joint is on the skin. Pop the bone out a bit. You can see the bone right there. And then you got a full wing. So if you want, you can also cut this part off. There's no meat on there. Just bend it, it will dislocate the bone. And there you go, you got a wing now. And then if you wanted to, you could cut it in there. Cut it right there. Cut the skin again. Pop the bone. There you go, flat end drum. So next, we're gonna, we got one more wing. So next, we're gonna fillet the breast, which are on both sides here, completely out without even getting to the guts. So this is the cleanest way of doing it. We keep all the skin on ours, so okay, so what I usually do now, hold the skin down in the middle, because we like to keep the skin on our meat, and put an incision right along where this bone is, right in the middle, that separates the 2 breasts. Similar to filleting a fish. And then you're gonna follow this bone right in the middle on both sides. So you're basically following the rib cage. You want to follow the rib cage and try not to puncture any of the intestine. Very similar to filleting a fish. You're just following the rib cage. And there you go. And then we got one more on this side we can do. Same thing again. You're gonna follow this cartilage in the middle here. that separates the two breasts. The fillet knife is perfect for this part. And there you go. So now you can see this is where his food was. Yeah, all his poo is back here. Intestine, everything's tucked away in here. If you are one of those people that want the liver and the heart and stuff like that, just cut that open and take it out. And that's it, guys. So next step, what you want to do is you want to put them in the fridge and let the meat cure for about 5 days. Anywhere 5 to 7 days in the fridge. You don't want to keep them past 7. 7 might be even pushing it. We usually do 5 days and then we put them in the freezer. But after 5 days, you can actually cook them and they won't be tough. The rigor mortis will be gone and the meat will be relaxed and it'll taste really tender and delicious. But if you're not, you can put it in the freezer and then eat it whenever you want. But once you do it a few times, it won't take you as long as it took me to do it today. I'm doing it slow so I can show you guys. And get a fillet knife. It works a lot better, especially when you're cutting the breast out. You want to be able to get around that the rib cage nicely, so a fillet knife is perfect for it. And yeah, like I said, once you do it a few times, you'll go a lot faster and you can do a whole bird in like 5 minutes.
Okay, so we finished butchering all of the chickens that day and we got them all in the fridge. I want to give you guys a quick tour to show you what we have from butchering 50 meat birds. We're going to label these, which is the next step. I'm just gonna put some little stickers on there and write down, like this one here is all wings. These ones are legs. This is breasts. These are the whole chickens here. And I think we did about 10 or 12 whole chickens. And then we also have on the door here, we have a bunch more breasts and thighs and legs. So this entire fridge is basically full of chicken and we have enough chicken for the next year. We're gonna pop these in the freezer. Once we put the labels on them, we'll get them in the freezer and all of our chicken will be ready for the next like 12 months.
Other than that, if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. Thanks for watching.